Mohapatra ji, it is yours.
Okay, thank you very much. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. I'll speak in English and if required in Hindi at times, try to fit in. Thank you very much for inviting me, respected the dignitaries who are present today, also fellow panelists. Mr. Misra has already elaborated on that, and time is limiting, only 5 minutes, so I'll try to confine to that. India has made tremendous progress in agriculture, and certainly we have moved much beyond the begging bowl to agricultural surplus country, and we are exporting. After feeding 1.3 billion plus population, we are exporting. Agricultural surplus is increasing, and we have issues with surplus management, and that is what the government is trying their best to manage the surpluses. We have deficiencies in certain items, for instance, edible oil. We had serious deficiency in pulses, and we have been able to reduce import to the tune of 52 to 55%. And the efforts are continuing, and in another few years, we should be able to substitute completely the import with regard to pulses. We don't really recognize this. It took 7-8 years to have Green Revolution, to completely substitute the import of food grains in late 60s and early 70s. In last 5-6 years, we have substituted more than 50% of our pulses import. And in true sense, credit goes to the present government. It all started in 2016. And in a very fast year, we have 6 million tons additional production, and we continue with the trend. And this is one beautiful example how the import substitution can happen. And that's a big step in the direction of nutritional security, because we have a large vegetarian population. All those details I'm not going to because of paucity of time, but this is one area where we have done well, and we are continuing because of the policies of the government, that procurement, buffer stock, MSP, and all that, the traditional kind of provisionings which are made through government schemes. And also at the same time, the new varieties reaching the farmers. That was again a very, very significant one. All those high-yielding types reached the farmers through seeds which are made available through seed hubs and so on and so forth. So in totality, we made a very significant progress, and we are lagging behind in edible oil. And the mission is starting, and hopefully we should be able to address that and substitute import to a large extent by 2030. So this is with regard to agricultural production that we have, and we are crossing this year more than 300 million tons. Last year, more than 295 million tons. These are all despite COVID. All other sectors have suffered, but our farmers have been toiling. And these are the examples which are cited, close to 4% growth year over year. So that's something which is very, very significant in agriculture sector. Then, our focus, because of food grain paucity, was on enhancing production of food grains. Productivity increased and production increased, and we have surplus, and we have difficulty in managing the surplus. But then certainly the nutrition and what is being talked about today is the nutritional security, and that is where India has a falter due to several reasons. The food habit changed very significantly. The kind of culinary diversity we had, that got restricted due to various reasons. I'll not go into those, so that will take time. So the culinary diversity getting kind of very seriously impacted to various reasons. And this is one of the reasons that why, on this there are problems. Second is that the nutrition education probably is not adequate, even today. And what was mentioned earlier in one of the presentations is that should start from the schools and teachers. And I strongly believe that that is where we have to really focus, and we need to really teach. The third is that we need to really take care of our farmers. The farmers and farm families, they are also consumers. They're not just producers. And 14 crore farm families, if you take 4 to 5 persons per family. So it's a huge population, large section of the population undernourished and all that. So probably we have to also inform them adequately about the nutrition, and nutrition education also very important there. And that is where our role comes in, our farm science centers, Krishi Vigyan Kendras. And that is where we are trying to manage. And this particular, kind of activity which is being initiated today, I think that would be a kind of a great support to us. And we can be partnering in the whole process to contribute in this national movement. And this has to be a popular movement in the country, otherwise we will not succeed. And we will be there where we are, despite producing huge quantity of food grains, nutritious and otherwise. Whether it is milk, whether it is fish, whether it is pulses, or whether it is vegetables and fruits. I'll come to that in just 1 minute and then finish it up in another 2 minutes. So this is where we are, and we are playing that role. We are creating Nutri Gardens. The concept is there. We have provided to Mr. Saab, Ramon Mr. Saab, and they are being promoted. We are training Anganwadi workers, and thousands of them have been trained in farm, and the seed, the packets have been distributed in lakhs to them and to the farmers to build those kitchen gardens and Nutri Gardens. Farming system for nutrition, family farming system, they are being promoted through Krishi Vigyan Kendras, so that nutrition production system, nutritional food production system is also capitalized on for enhancing nutrition outcomes. Very importantly, Nutri-Smart Village concept that we have built, and that is being promoted through our farm science centers. And very importantly, recently, biofortified food, mention was made that we have to have diversified food system, including Ayurvedic, capitalizing on Ayurvedic system. But very importantly, our own staple food system, they're deficient. And unless we enrich them, we have to go for fortification with iron, zinc, and so on and so forth. So in last 5-6 years, with this present government emphasis on nutrition, we have produced more than 70 biofortified crops, which are genetically improved through conventional breeding, not through GM approach. And Honorable Prime Minister dedicated to the nation 17 of such varieties on 16th of October 2020 on World Food Day. And these are the ones which have been mainstreamed in production system and also in consumption through public distribution and through midday meal and so on and so forth. I think mainstreaming of these kind of foods would be very, very critical. And if such kind of movements take shape, and if it goes to the public at large, I believe we should be able to achieve our target of nutritional security. This is the International Years of Fruits and Vegetables. Our fruit and vegetable production and horticulture production is increasing. In 1920, we had 320 million tons. And 2021, we are expecting 326 million tons. And we are growing at the rate of, last year it was more than 3% growth. And this time, despite COVID, it will be around 2% growth. And I know that's the kind of growth in horticulture. And we are exporting again. And the total export, whatever we are doing with regard to agriculture, 37% is contributed by horticulture. The spices, for instance, we are exporting to the tune of 20,000 crores, and where the immune boosting properties are lying. So I'll not go into those details. And consumption is also increasing. And consumption rate of fruits, if you see 18 to 23%, close to 24% growth in fruit consumption, and similarly vegetable consumption to the tune of 20%. So all these are happening, and production along with production increase. But there is a deficiency. There are nutritional deficiencies there because large section of our population, they don't have access to this. And there lies our responsibility. And how do we really promote the nutri gardens, the backyard gardens, the rooftop gardens, or whatever, and then so that these are available for consumption, because a large section of the population are far away from all these, and so that is a big responsibility for all of us. So nutritional security for women, and particularly mention was made why we have stunting, why we have so much of mental retardation in children, and we talk of समृद्ध भारत ऐसे नहीं बन पाएगा जब तक मन ही ठीक नहीं होगा। हम तो खाली सेहत ऐसे ही फिजिकल हेल्थ की बात करते हैं, मानसिक अगर हमारा स्वास्थ्य ठीक नहीं होगा तो ये देश समृद्ध नहीं हो सकता। वही हमारा पुराने सभ्यता, पुरानी संस्कृति उसी के ऊपर जोर देता है। और अन्न से मन बनता है, और अन्न ही ढंग से बनता नहीं है तो मन कैसे बनेगा। और अन्न हम जैसे तैसे खाने लगे हैं आजकल, तो कोई विचार ही नहीं है क्या से अन्न खाएंगे और कैसे बनाया जाएगा अन्न, और कैसे अन्न को खाना चाहिए वो पता किसी को पता ही नहीं है। और 10 विध संस्कार है, बच्चे को कहाँ से कब से जत्न लेना है उसका बात ही नहीं कोई करता, और विवाह संस्कार की कोई बात नहीं करता है। बच्चा ढंग से पैदा नहीं होगा तो बाद समृद्ध भारत तो नहीं बन सकता। और जैसे संस्कार हम पहले से सोचते थे उसी तरह का संस्कार के ऊपर हमें जोर देना पड़ेगा, अदरवाइज ये सारे जो समृद्ध भारत का स्वप्न जो है हमारा नहीं साकार होगा। तो उसके दिशा में और ज्यादा ना बोलते हुए, बहुत सारे हम कृषि जगत पे कर रहे हैं, मैं वही कन्फाइन करना चाहूंगा। सो हरित क्रांति हम लाए थे और बहुत सारे क्रांति हो चुके हैं। इंद्रधनुष क्रांति, हॉर्टिकल्चरल क्रांति के लिए हम लाए हैं और आगे उसको बढ़ावा दे रहे हैं, और इसको और समृद्ध करेंगे जैसे जैसे आगे जाएंगे। और हमारे, लेकिन इसके लिए इन्वेस्टमेंट के बिना कुछ नहीं होगा। अगर देश अगर इस दिशा में इन्वेस्ट नहीं करेगा तो ये पूरा फाल्टर करेगा, विफल होगा। तो इस दिशा में अगर सोच हमें लड़ाना है, लगाना है और सफल होना है, हमें इन्वेस्ट भी करना होगा। और ऐसे सोच में इन्वेस्ट करना होगा, और मानसिक सेहत के लिए इन्वेस्ट करना होगा, शारीरिक सेहत के लिए इन्वेस्ट करना होगा, तब जाके हम समृद्ध भारत बन पाएंगे। सो इसी शब्दों के साथ मैं समाप्त करता हूँ। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।